want to make sure the levels are good. I don't know if
I'm watching.
Looking. Cool. All right, welcome back. Episode 35, Ocean Waves. Congratulations. 35, big time. You know, Indigo Ryan the Navigator.
Indy Win the Kin. How's it going?
Carabino.
It's Bree.
Jason the Guru.
All right, Ocean Waves, episode 35. Appreciate anyone who's listening, gonna listen. Yeah, we got some more viewers recently.
If you're watching this in the year 2027, then like the top comment that says I'm watching this in 2027. It'll be there.
All right.
Okay, so I will make sure.
35. I will make YouTube accounts to make sure it's there.
That's it.
If I put it now, is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we should just start with it, just because.
Start with the
Yeah. So we said last time we're gonna do the Kool-Aid.
So break it down.
Kool-Aid
right here.
burst.
Well, first of all, give an introduction of what we're doing.
We should have chased
Give an introduction of what we're doing.
I don't know what we're doing.
We're gonna basically.
Weren't you here last week?
I think last week what we all agreed on was that we all loved these as a kid and we have not tried them as adults. And so
I've definitely had
I've
had one or two.
Drink those every day.
Well, besides Jason and Ryan,
it was the ranking.
The rest of us have not tried them.
Eddie, like I said, as adults,
we were in disagreement of the rankings.
Yeah, we were.
Of which flavor was better.
Yeah, that's because he's had them too.
I have not had them.
So Eddie's the only one.
So essentially, but we were talking about them and we're like, what's the best one? And it was like, even we should have got Jolly Ranchers too, because that was on the docket. But it's alright next time.
I don't have to. It's the blue ones.
Yeah, the blue ones are the best.
The first one.
But what's after that was
should have brought some Jolly Ranchers, bro.
Which red though? Watermelon or cherry?
Watermelon.
Watermelon's so good.
So good. First one we're gonna try is
blue watermelon.
Tropical punch.
All right, bring a pack of Jolly Ranchers next time.
Next time
Next week we'll do Jolly Ranchers.
All right, we got tropical punch.
Damn,
okay, PSA. We didn't get cherry, and the green ones cannot be found. So the green ones.
Wait, what is this?
We do remember green being a color, but they cannot be found where we are at least.
It's not for punch.
Or on
chocolate.
See, I'm gonna try to get it here.
I remember how this started because I was talking about I haven't tested about if you could actually stop.
Flip it over.
You have done that, babe.
I saw the video. I don't think I.
All right.
You did it
So should we go in there?
Quiet on set.
Please clip that part. Hold on. Everybody quiet. Hold on.
There we go. That's what
that
I
was clean.
And then you talked when I did it. That's crazy.
Well, thankfully there's more rounds to try to.
Right.
It's kind of gross.
Why is mine?
I think that Ryan. I think for the. Oh, shoot. What am I trying to say?
We should have put it in the fridge.
Like, you didn't refrigerate this. Terrible idea.
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
No, this is the most honest though.
That's facts.
True. Straight out the hot garage in the summer. That's how it needs to be served.
I know that these are not carbonated, but why do they always have a sense of like carbonation or like tingliness to them?
All right,
So
tropical.
I was gonna say, yeah, the sugar.
Do you think they put like citric acid or anything in there?
Maybe.
We put battery acid, probably.
It's definitely tastes like.
Tastes like shit.
I actually don't mind this one too much. This
Well,
one's pretty good.
I
This
say
is gonna get last for sure.
we should rate them.
Oh, it tastes like
How many flavors are there?
cherry
There's
medicine.
three.
Like
Okay.
There was 5, but we only got 3. And there was definitely
Yep.
a green one. I think we're all in agreement that the green one did exist.
Out of 10 on an enjoyable day, honestly, I think it would be better served over shaved ice. You just pour this straight under shaved ice,
Like a snowball.
like a
Yeah,
snowball.
it tastes like a syrup.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's way too many ingredients in this for me to enjoy it.
Well, there's really not, because that's what I was just like.
High fructose corn syrup is all I
That's
need
what-
to see.
Well, that's all it is. Everything else.
We're not.
I prefer
agreeing,
the
we're not
higher the fructose, the better.
Everything else is with.
Never was this an argument about
Like
whether these were good for you or not.
Sugar and water.
Everything else.
But which one tasted better?
Every
How are you
other
supposed to plug it
ingredient-
up with this thing?
Okay, yeah.
This
I don't-
part
Not gonna
is
get
the
edited.
first one.
I don't really know if this is a plug. This is like
A lot less.
this
That's
is.
He's not gonna get Eddie, but he just got Eddie.
Looks exactly like mine.
There's no really.
This is the.
So I want to clip Eddie's noise and Ryan's gestures together.
Maybe if you just open up the. I'm just gonna pause there. But if you just
Open up
maybe you
your
just jam it in there.
Kool-Aid, jam it in.
Yeah.
phone. Jam it in.
I'm
Your
just-
burst.
No, you combine jam.
Hey,
with
Kool-Aid
the
burst it in,
You know
burst
what
it
I'm
out.
All right, so let me ask you guys this. What is your so you said that you think this one's gonna be the worst one?
Can I look
Yes.
at them? Because I judge a book immediately by its cover.
Okay, so then the other two flavors we got
Just kidding.
is grape.
That's gonna be the worst one.
No way,
That's-
dude.
I think
That's
grape's gonna be the
taste
best.
Like, even more like cough syrup than this.
I think blue's gonna. End
I
up
think
being
blue's
the
gonna be
best.
the worst.
No, I think blue's gonna be the
I
best.
think blue's gonna be the worst.
I think blue's gonna be the worst.
I'm gonna put
Always goes blue red.
blue, purple, red,
This is
honestly.
gonna be the worst one.
Yeah.
I just don't think I can be
By
friends with
far.
people.
I think I said it last time that the red was gonna be.
Last.
I think
I'm more of a watermelon
I
red.
think
Alright, hold
it's
on.
gonna go
Let me grab it.
grape.
Let me get it.
Tropical
Oh, shit,
punch.
look at that.
blueberries.
How did you do it?
Oh, we did.
Blueberries,
Yeah.
excuse me.
Turn it upside down. Test
You
it
know
on
what? That
the
looks
board.
like the thing that
Did you get it upside down?
the Egyptian guy
You
holds.
shoved it in, guys. That's the way you had to
Alright,
do
you gotta
it.
turn it upside
And
down.
that's
Pharaoh.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh no, it doesn't work. Does not work.
Well, he did hold on to it.
Should we have
and
brought?
didn't
Use
fall.
your thing as a napkin. The green thing.
Don't
I'll
do
use
that.
the yellow
That's
thing as a
disgusting.
napkin.
No. Oh, there's napkins right next to Ryan. Give him a napkin.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Not the whole roll. What is this? You
Look at that,
So
Don't
you
question
think you just
me,
made of money?
three sheets for a whole. For
Well, who
one
knows?
hand?
This is only the
Crazy.
first bottle. I don't know
We're
what's
gonna
gonna happen.
get
bro.
like
Yeah,
a
just keep them on the table.
like a breakdown of cost for what we use over here. So
Yeah, that napkin 1 cent.
We
1
did
cent.
an entire.
No, each one. How
we
much
did
do you
an
think
entire
each one of those
podcast
cost?
without
Okay,
you
hold
with
on.
your cum rag on the table. I don't want to hear it.
That's ridiculous.
That's
That's not true at all.
They're always in the trash. Like, okay.
There is
I would never leave the evidence around.
there is no video.
They go in the paper
evidence.
shredder.
Wait,
Like,
guys,
complete
what
bullshit.
happened?
What'd you do?
you did it.
Why did you do that?
I didn't.
Okay.
You did.
There's literally
Why
no
would they
proof.
just say that?
It doesn't feel
Because
like.
I don't know, they were mad at me for not.
I don't
setting
know
up
how
my own
inviting
shit,
it is
and then there was
when it
something on the
has this
table,
on
and
the
they
top,
blamed
though.
me.
Honestly,
That's
I
right.
would
It's got the
prefer
horns,
to
like-
go
You know what I'm
to
saying?
the
It's like
or
horns.
something.
No,
So
it was.
I will definitely
It was just.
say
I don't even know.
that it would have when I
went
tilted
down
it,
for
I
it,
could
though.
tell
I
it
didn't
would have
commit the
poured
crime.
so much
Okay.
worse without it.
Got
but
framed.
just the
But
bottle
some
texture,
bullshit
like
like that.
I enjoy. Like it feels nice to hold it. You know
Pause.
what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean.
Definitely.
Well, I'm ready to. I
Well,
think I'm ready
prepare to
go.
the
Let's
pouch.
just move along.
The pouch, you have.
Let's
it's
just
like
move
this.
on. Were you done
If
with
you
this?
squeeze
Yeah.
too hard,
Well, I'm gonna drink them
You know what I'm saying?
after, but
No.
I don't wanna.
You gotta have the nice fur.
it's
Yeah.
alright.
like
It
that,
depends
right?
how
Oh, I
wherever
think
how
I-
Since I bodied it, I'm
depends
just
how
gonna
dirty your
continue
mind
that.
is,
Just
depending on
body
what
each
you're
time.
if you're
Yeah,
following me or
I-
not.
Half the body each one.
Sugar rush.
All right, so we're ending.
Should
We
just
ended the
share
red.
this one, Calvin?
No.
You need your own. You need your own.
That wasn't the right answer.
You're right.
I didn't want to be wasteful.
Alright. I don't know.
It's not wasteful.
drink
Good
mine.
drink.
Wait, okay. Everybody be quiet.
It's good. You guys suck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Stop.
I'll stop.
I can't do it. Tried so hard.
I'm waiting on somebody to.
Can
rip
someone
the
open mine?
Nozzle up.
Calvin?
Definitely have.
Definitely a fear. Because I'm afraid like I'm gonna like shoot it up.
Yeah, I'm trying to be very cautious.
Very careful.
Significantly better than the last one. Not gonna lie.
All right, let me give a.
Hell yeah.
Way better.
Hell
This tastes more
yeah.
like these than Mountain does.
That one was like put it on top of my ice. My ice.
I'm gonna have a migraine.
I don't know. I
Me
feel
too.
like I definitely feel like this one's better,
I think this one's better.
Definitely better.
but I don't feel like it's
Mixed with some
significantly
Sprite
That was
and some
nasty.
tequila.
I'd rather go like vodka with a drink like this.
I'd rather go tequila because
But-
tequila goes with everything.
This one's definitely better.
better. I think this one's better. I don't know if it's like significantly better.
I made some watermelon margaritas today.
You know,
They
I
were
haven't
pretty
stopped
good.
thinking
Honestly,
about the strawberry margarita.
A lot of it does feel like it's like a coffee.
I make
syrup.
good fruity margaritas.
Yeah, that was really
It's
good.
good at being fruit.
Just a lot of sugar.
Yeah, I don't
Feels
know
like
what you're in
top
for,
syrup.
mate.
That's what I was trying to say. That's what I was trying to say earlier. That the ingredients on all of these are literally water, high fructose corn syrup, and then everything else is less than 2%.
That's good. Not as bad as when Eddie and I were in Home Depot and we were looking for some like bug killer, or not bug killer, but something to like kill
We were
the.
looking for like neem oil. or
Yeah, we
something
were
like
looking
that.
for neem oil because it kills the like this fungus on my plants, on my flowers.
Mm.
And they had two different kinds, and I wanted one that was just strictly neem oil. Like I didn't want anything else in it. And so there was just the neem oil one. It was like 100% neem oil. And then the one beside it was 1% neem oil, 99% other ingredients. And then didn't label any of the other ingredients. It literally said 99%.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was like, no, thank you.
Neem oil.
Yep.
Death.
In the rankings, blue is definitely higher than red.
Definitely.
Yes.
I agree.
I concur.
Your mom concurs.
Ooh, I can curse whenever I want to curse.
Ow.
Yeah.
I think I'm bleeding.
Pretty much.
What'd you do?
I don't, my gum is bleeding.
My thing doesn't go in there. Fuck it.
This one's. I was just gonna say this one's not as top friendly.
Oh, I did.
Well, my first top is damn near crooked.
Here you go.
That's how I got it. My shit was bent.
I mean, I feel like if you really gotta jam it in there, it's not really like a convenience
Yeah,
thing.
you're supposed to have to smash it in or whatever.
It's
these
more
are called.
like,
Kool-Aid smashers.
Almost got it.
and realistically, if you're a kid,
Maybe
like
the first
this
year.
isn't lasting more than like
Yeah,
1
first.
minute. You're gonna just demolish this.
Well, the
Yeah.
video I watched covering it was talking about more so like if you're a parent and your kids left them out, but you know they're the kind of kids that are gonna come back to it all day, then like outside just to deter bugs from getting in it.
Oh.
So it wasn't like
yeah, I don't think that was a
a
design.
walk around.
factor.
Yeah, they were just like, oh, this works. You know what I mean? Like this.
So where did you
this
say you
does it.
saw that? You just saw someone do
social
it?
media?
Not really.
What social media do you go on?
A lot.
Yeah. Barely any.
But which one if you're going to go on one?
Probably Instagram.
Were you answering
Reddit.
for him, or were you
Yes.
saying for yourself?
I was answering
Interesting.
for him.
What do you
And
do?
then he
really?
said not
Reddit,
that many.
Face, and he doesn't get on Facebook. He gets on Reddit. He gets on YouTube Reels. He gets on Instagram.
I would get trapped
Reels.
in
See, I wouldn't say like. Do you
I
guys
go on
consider
YouTube. But I really
don't
YouTube
like-
social media?
It is a
Now
Reels.
it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
YouTube Reels, that's exactly what it's meant to do.
Yeah, you're probably right about the Reels part. Yeah.
But I will get trapped. Both YouTube and Instagrams are the ones I'll get trapped in.
And Reddit.
I've been going down the
But
conspiracy
Reddit I'll
rabbit
go
holes
to like
recently.
get stuck in.
Okay,
But
you're
Instagram,
getting stuck
somebody
in all
will.
of them.
You know what I don't like about Reddit?
Okay.
Is that
I'm
when
Yeah.
you click on a Safari link, there's no like, you know how there's like Safari Instagram, or if you click on a Instagram thing, it'll be like Safari but still Instagram. I hate when you click on Reddit, it just goes to Reddit. It's like give me a Safari Reddit so I can hit the back button without having to go up here and then
you
go.
can turn off your pop-up blocks, and it'll ask you if it can open it. And you can.
All right, so not recommended to drink more
Alright,
than
that's
2 of
bad,
these
You're
within
not
the
drinking
same
one?
10-minute
No, it's
span.
fine.
Right. I'm saying we're chugging these down, man.
I feel like that's pretty fun.
I think the grape shouldn't be
It
the best.
is, but I already get migraines every day. I know what triggers it, and I'm like on the. I can
And
tell
purple
those
does?
triggering it. Actually, yes. I'm being honest. There are
Okay.
certain things that I have to avoid, like certain colors of drinks that I have to avoid. All of those would give me a headache.
Let me just
if I
stop you
drank
right
the whole
there.
one. What?
What do red and blue make?
Purple. And that's why I already have a headache.
I'm sorry. Couldn't help myself.
It's like Bree's divulging how she just has like
Yeah, but
migraines.
Breeze over there is like,
her life's like I have
Red 20
Just
and
lead her up
blue
to a
10
joke.
don't make purple 40.
you know
And
we
that's
should
the
wait.
difference.
You still have some left. Let's find out. The more you fuck around, the more you find out. You know what I mean? No, I support it though. All
You
respect.
don't.
Oh, sorry.
I'll have a headache, and Jason will be like, why don't you choose to just not have one?
I'll just offer you medicine. I say meditate. This is good
And
actually.
medicine doesn't work.
Um,
It's got
This is pretty good.
caffeine.
I'm
I
fighting.
couldn't imagine missing out this
I
round.
think personally my ranking goes
Do you wanna
grape,
just take a
blue,
sip?
red.
No, I genuinely feel like
Like
if I take
purple,
enough
blue,
of it,
red is
yeah.
my ranking. I think.
I think that
I
was.
also
We didn't get to have green though, so unfortunately we didn't get the
Green was
Green is
gas.
wild
Green was
card
the best.
Green's
This one has the worst aftertaste though. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
don't remember what
Yeah.
flavor green
The
was.
beginning
It was
taste
like
I feel like
lime.
is the best.
I've had these in at least the past
Yeah.
Stab
couple
myself
in
in
the
the
past
nose.
year.
It's
So
good
I'm
for about
familiar.
0.3 seconds.
I feel
Yeah.
like if you got out of the I
Y'all
feel
are
like
tripping, man. I'm chugging. I'll take all of the grapes, man. The
I
grapes
feel
are
like if you
delicious.
get out of the pool, they've been sitting in a cooler.
I
they
prefer
would
just
hit.
steam it up
It's
in the
trapped
hot
garage.
pack.
The
tucked in the
wax,
garage.
the wax
You
has
forgot you
little,
had
it's
them?
slow, almost melted. Like
You
it's
forgot
so
you
thin.
had them? The only
You
reason
can
it's-
actually peel it to be like the pouches when
Yeah.
it's so thin.
You can just stretch the top off of it like that.
Has you ever had those candies actually? Those wax
The wax
bottle
bottles.
Yes, the ones that have the juice in it.
Yeah.
I used to get those at the beach.
Yeah, it's
Those-
like
yeah.
it's like a very beach
yes,
thing.
Yes.
Classic.
And then you chew on it afterwards.
We need to go to the beach, guys.
They have them at some of the like old gas stations around here.
Yo,
You can get 'em from there.
idea,
That's what we
though.
should do next.
Would you guys be down to go on a cruise?
Okay, here's the thing.
No.
I want to hear the thing first.
I don't know if we have the money.
Well, there is a cruise line apparently that I don't know the name. I have it in my phone that you can do like week-long things. It's apparently pretty good. They're trying to compete with all the big ones. It's like a newer one, and it's like 200 or like 200, $300 a person for a week.
That's not bad, but that feels like we're gonna die. $300 for a cruise sounds like it's not gonna.
Or you go Royal Caribbean 800.
Quality. I can't do that.
So 300 it is. You gotta roll the dice, baby. you wanna stay at home? Or you wanna risk it? Risk it all. $300.
$300.
$300 to
No.
risk it all.
I think it would be fun though.
Yes.
Okay, give us just a second. Let us get to a pausing point, and I'll have Calvin come handle him.
I'm not coming back. Go fall asleep.
So you want me to
So
handle
be
him?
it.
I told
fine
you
with that,
that
actually.
Okay, I'm not gonna
I
bring
was
that
just
up.
saying,
I'm
I'm
not
fine
gonna
with
bring that
falling
up. We're not bringing that up. That's fine.
I don't know how you guys.
Very dismissive mentality.
I don't
There,
know how they
Calvin.
get these things in there. I'm tired.
Eddie has not figured out the topper method.
Okay, this is my order.
Can't put it in the hole.
This is my order, right? It goes blue, unless you drink purple really, really fast. If you drink it really fast, it's the
In
best.
one go.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I did drink it pretty fast.
Yeah, like
so.
that last little thing. If you body it like that, it's the best one because then you only have to deal with the aftertaste for a little bit. But red is definitely the bottom.
I
want to
suffer through every sip of the average.
Red is the
Like
bottom.
like I'm Dumbledore.
Honestly, red flavored shit is a cop
Red's the
out.
worst. Red
But
is
they
the
can't
worst.
remove it because it's so iconic.
Sneaky little guy. Huh?
It's the worst.
It is.
I would say red's the worst for sure. I think blue is second.
In almost
favorite
everything though. Like name one. I guess okay. Red Doritos versus blue
Laffy
Doritos. I guess you go
Taffies. Red is
there.
superior.
Well,
Yeah,
I-
but that,
Or
they're
no,
not
those
really
are
red.
different though.
It depends on the
Red
vibe.
Airheads.
One
Red
thing
Airheads
people-
are good.
I'm not saying
That's
I
not
would
bad.
go
That's
White?
red or blue. I'm
The
saying
white
people
are the
could.
best?
The white
I've heard
Airheads,
people
dude,
say
are
red.
So good.
Red
So-
Airheads. Are
I
the best.
recently bought
But it's the
one of
vibe,
those
dude.
packs of Airheads that has
There's
all
some
the mini
times where the
ones,
blue ones just don't hit.
and
like
I
that.
ate the whole thing myself, and
Uh-huh.
I can tell you, white is not the best.
Dude, white is so much better than all of them.
Which one?
White is terrible.
What okay, hold on. What are we talking about?
The white
Airheads.
White Airheads.
Red.
Next thing you know, we're gonna be one of those eating shows.
Airheads.
No,
Which
I'm not
Airhead's
eating-
the
I'm not
best?
eating
They're all the
Airheads.
same. So.
Is it Kool-Aid?
I'll do Jolly Ranchers. 'cause
I love
Jolly Ranchers
Airheads.
are fire.
Jolly Ranchers
Love
Red
Airheads.
is also the best.
Is it purple Kool-Aid or dog water? Find out.
Ew.
Is there a
We
hair
could
in
do
it?
one of those blindfold and tell us what you're drinking.
Well,
I'm down
I was
to-
saying that we should start a separate playlist for challenges, and like do like
We can
add
clip
like,
this
the 2000s
beginning.
challenge that we did, chat versus challenge.
Oh,
You know
I
what I'm
remember.
saying?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Where is
And then,
that?
like I have it on my phone still,
Okay.
and it should be back up.
If
on
you
the
want to,
phone.
Probably
if
is.
you guys want to do the challenge ones on my camera, I'm cool with doing that.
We should do that. I'm
Because
down.
just because it's not something that we have to do consistently every week, because I couldn't commit to getting over here with my.
I mean,
camera
that's
every
something we
week,
can post
but-
like every 2 weeks.
Whenever we just, or just whenever we think of one that's fun.
Yeah, I wouldn't commit to a certain time frame because you might run out of stuff, and it's
That's true,
again,
that's
you're
true.
just pushing content.
That's true.
but-
And he's like,
Well, I mean, like I feel like we could do it.
and it's like
So,
eating the airhead
If we
while
just,
slamming a monster on the roof.
honestly, we could have
And doing a
two.
backflip in the pool, yeah.
We could have two levels to it. We have the professional done challenges that Bree films, and then we edit, and it's all super crispy and nice. And then just the bottom of the barrel challenges that we film on our phones, just doing like whatever we do.
Yeah, I would keep those on like reels or something.
Yeah, Bree's like, don't taint the page up
No,
with
I
that
just
shit.
think I think you have to keep things separated. I think people wouldn't like the inconsistency of if you have, you know what I mean?
Definitely, I feel that. I agree.
Well, that's why you said we'd break it down into two.
And that's why I said put it on reels. If you're gonna do the ones
I'm
on
cool
your
with
phone,
that.
just
1
film
minute.
them vertically
Yeah,
and put them on reels.
down. What's the next challenge? Glizzios? Yo, I actually thought about it. I was like, I could get hot dogs,
No, you
chop
could do
them
that.
up, cut the
Do
center
the
out.
ones that are
How do you not
soaked in
glizzies,
the
dude?
in the red sauce, like the pickles. You know what? Like the
What is
pickle.
it?
It's
hot
glizzy
dogs
lubes, actually, by the
that
way.
you can get at the gas station.
Oh, the chamoy pickles?
No,
Oh.
the pickled like hot dogs at the gas. Y'all know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know what it is.
Wait, what are you talking about?
They're like the pickled hot dogs at
Saw
the
a
gas
pickle
station.
pizza the other day.
It's a pickled hot dog, like the dog is pickled.
A dog?
It's like,
No,
it's
like the
pickle with
glizzy.
The dog.
The dog.
Not the chihuahua.
So you're telling me that they took the hot dog, they put it in a pickle jar, they left it there, then cooked it? Is that what we're talking about?
A little suspect.
No, it's completely suspect. It's completely suspect.
So they pickled the hot dog.
I think the only thing that pickles are good for is pickle shots. Like, don't put them on my Chick-fil-A sandwich.
You
Don't you fucking dare.
That explains
Actually,
a lot
first
about
of
you as
all,
a
I don't
person.
even like
Okay,
Chick-fil-A.
it's sausage.
But when I when I'm forced
You've never
there,
had these
I'm definitely putting a pickle on the
from the
sandwich.
gas
I'm
station?
not putting pickles on my
They're
sandwich.
literally
Bro, it gives you that
hot
extra
dogs from the
juice.
gas station.
I would try it,
Oh,
though.
what?
Want some extra
That's
juice?
what
Get
I'm
yourself
saying,
some
we should
Chick-fil-A
Yo,
sauce.
nah,
okay,
bro, you put
this
that
is a challenge.
Bro.
Everyone should bring a suspect meal to the plate. And the challenge is who can go. It has to be
Yes,
real edible
absolutely,
shit,
absolutely.
not bullshit. Like
Something you ate from your childhood that is like so
that's a
weird.
different
It
challenge.
should not- No, that's what you're saying.
I'm just
I'm gonna
kidding.
make some southern shit on a shingle.
Yeah. So take it, but it can't be some bullshit that you concoct. Hold on, it can't be some bullshit.
That's not some bullshit. That's a legit dish my dad made for me one time.
No, but that no.
No, not
I
a dish. It has to be a snack. It has to be a snack.
I feel like it has.
breakfast food.
Honestly, that's kind of limiting, and it's kind of a corporate mentality thing. But it should be something that you buy and it comes like that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it could be you could be like, oh, I fucking make Glizzios. I'm not
Glizzy
no.
Loop.
Glizzios, dude. Glizzios. Glizzios are way better than Glizzy
Dude,
Loops.
Glizzy
Comment down
Loops are
below.
selling way
Okay,
better
this
than
is the
Glizzy
challenge.
Loops.
Which ones are better?
Glizzy
Okay,
Loops or
I'll
Glizzios?
challenge
We
you
gotta
then.
drop a poll.
No,
I'll challenge you.
I'm not challenging.
Nope,
Glizzy
too late.
Loops.
Challenge you. I'll make Glizzios. You make Glizzy Loops. We
I'm
all
not
eat them, see
making
what's
Glizzy
better.
Loops,
Oh,
bro.
my goodness.
I'll make Glizzios in a heartbeat.
You got it, bro.
I already made them. Matter of fact,
Bro, I'm not gonna.
I already know how I'm gonna make them.
This is what I'm talking about. The pickled
Don't
sausages
ever
from
challenge
the
me if
gas
you ain't ready.
I didn't challenge you.
You've
You
never-
You
too
actually
late.
challenged
Too
me.
late.
Seen
You've
those?
been challenged.
Next
No.
time we go into like
No,
an
you can't say don't ever challenge me and then say you've been challenged.
No, I didn't. I'm
That doesn't
saying.
make any sense.
I ate those as a kid, and I cannot believe that I did. It's probably
What'd you eat?
That's
the
cute.
It's not any worse than
sausages,
taking a
the-
bite of the James, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, speaking of, I got like 10 Taki
I
Jameses.
know, you
You
got
saw
a lot of
those?
James.
I traded those for $8 and an extension. I gave this guy a bunch of extension cords and a couple lights, and he gave me this thing of whatever Dorito things they are, and like 20 Taki Glizzy Jameses, and he gave me $8 as well. So felt like a good deal.
Like his kids when he got home. Dad, did you get our snack?
But I
It
remember
was definitely a better deal for him than it
Yeah,
was
but
for
I remember
everyone.
him from well, he's like, oh, he like wanted the lights, and he's like, oh, it's like $5 at. He's like, I think he's Peruvian. He's like, it's $5 at. I'm not gonna try to do his accent. I don't know well enough. He's like, it's $5 at fucking whatever Ollie's or whatever. And then
What kind of lights were they?
they're like these little. I think when you walk by them, they light up type shit. They were kind of cool,
Were
but
they on a string?
no,
No,
they're
it's like the-
standalones.
like the lights that like motion
Motion
sensor.
lights.
Yeah. And I pulled up the price and they were like $10. He's like, oh yeah, I know, but they're there. And I was like, ah, fuck it. He wanted one. He's like, oh, I'll just do one. I was like, you can have two. What we can do with one. You know what I mean? Put two up. But I felt like it was a good deal.
Maybe you only needed one, dude.
You shouldn't do bargains.
Just give
I
me
mean,
a
I got
deal.
$8, 20 glizzies, and 20.
You could have had 20 glizzies for free. Just
Well, I looked at the price on the glizzies has $1.50 each.
they would have offered that up.
So if you add that up,
I don't got 20.
I made money. I technically made money. And I don't even know if the extension cords work. Like, you know what I mean?
That is true. They were just sitting there. They did get dropped off.
They weren't tested.
There was a couple things that just got dropped off and just like just put them in the driveway.
See, now it seems like a better deal.
But then afterwards, we gave them all to Goodwill. Gave the rest to Goodwill. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's
so
a,
how
I'm
did
sure
the
there's a better
garage
place
sale
to
go?
Shout
go.
out to the homie.
We made like 300,
Nice.
and then we gave everything else to Goodwill except for like 2 or 3 things that I was like, this can probably sell during the summer. Like,
What'd you do with your $300? Is
we
that what you're?
bought Pokemon.
You're going on the cruise.
Pokemon
oh yeah, we bought Pokemon cards actually.
Yeah. Actually, I bought that little.
I want Chick-fil-A.
I bought that. You know that you see that stroller or the little seat thing for
Yes.
the baby. So I got that. That was $30. Apparently, it was like it came. Those people, I just met them. They're from they're French.
Yeah.
French people. And I was talking to him. I was trying to figure out where the hell he's from as he was speaking to me. Wasn't even listening to what he was saying.
Does their kids speak French too? The teenager?
No, not the next one. The one
Oh,
over.
okay.
Yeah. No, they have a little girl. No, but then he's like, oh, I bought this for her, but it took like he bought it from France, got it imported, but it took so long to get there. By the time it got there, she only had it for like a month or 2 months before she got too big. So, and it looked really nice. I was like, oh, he's like $30, and he bought it for apparently $200. So I was like, I bet.
Right.
I'll take that. I got that, and then I traded a back massager for 2 Pac-Man plushies.
Is that what that is for?
Yeah, they're actually pretty lit.
And then I got 4 decks of cards for $8.
4 decks of cards.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine if
Really?
there's something like super
Pretty
rare
much-
in there?
Okay, so basically,
Be lit.
since like we moved, like pretty much my dad and mom just unloaded a bunch of just stuff on us, like stuff that he didn't know what he wanted to do with it, blah blah blah. And I was
Y'all
just
can
like,
sell it.
it could have all went to dump, but I was like, I picked the stuff that I was like, I thought could make money and whatever. So after last year's yard sale, like a bunch of the main ticket items left last year, and then I sold some stuff on Facebook, and then the past couple months I was like, you know what, we're gonna have another one soon. So we might as well just like stack up whatever we can, put it in the driveway. We made $300 off whatever it was, and then we just took the rest of the Goodwill. I'm sure it was a better place to take it, but we only had so much time for work, and it was just like I was honestly just trying to get the stuff because a lot of it's not even mine. Like most of it's not even.
Because it made it through multiple reigns of 1 trying to sell it online, then 2 garage sales, then people getting rid of it. It's like how many levels can it fall before you just
And then get rid of the stuff and come back home and walk in the garage. It's like.
feels so much
Damn,
better.
it feels nice. It's not even like set up to be clean, but just how much all like that weight is just gone. Like,
Right. Oh, I
because
completely
it's just
know
like
what
a
it's
stuff, and a lot of it wasn't even my stuff. Like I've already like went through my stuff over time, but like other people didn't. So it's like, but then I wasn't just gonna give everything away because we made whatever money we made last year and then $300 this year. So
or like we sold all the sports cards in this run, and I think it was like for $35. I probably could have got more if I sold all individually, but I tried to sell them individually. But sports cards don't sell individually like other cards do, unless they're like the really rare ones or rookie cards or whatever. And I remember back in like 2015 before we moved, or 2016 before we moved, whenever it was, like being like, oh, I'm putting them all together and be like, oh, I'm gonna like eventually sell these. So that's like damn near 8 years later. And then the guy makes me an offer. I'm like, okay, so I've been holding on to those to get rid of them. It was only for $35, so technically I probably could have just got rid of them and not dealt with it. But you know, just stuff like that you've been holding on to because you don't want to really just throw it away because you know it's worth something, but you don't want to. But then you never take the time to actually like go get rid of it.
Right.
So it just kind of weighs you down. So like getting rid of it, it's like finally like you want to put it to a home that's like this dude bought it for his grandkids or some shit. So it's like, all right, bet here.
yeah,
So.
but it just
find
feels
the right
good.
places sometimes.
All the stuff that you don't need, that's just around, you know. And then you have space to do. You have more space for stuff.
Absolutely.
For not stuff, but like things like room for like activities, like they would say, right?
Right.
Because like in there we want to like, cause like the gym is like on its way, but it's not like fully there. But now with more space, a couple more paddings to feel like more like, you know, you can have that little sliver for like the fridges and like maybe like the lawnmower and stuff or whatever, and then you just have like the gym on the side, make it feel nice. But that's one thing I want to get to. I want to get the house on a base layer. Like, this is if you're like gonna hire a cleaning crew and you want to like, or like you're gonna stage the house for whatever. Like, this is what it looks like, base layer. And then once you're there, then when it gets messy, you know, even the kids know what to expect. How do you get back to where it was? How it's supposed to look, yeah. But if you've never shown them how it's supposed to look, it's just forever this continuous like battle. So it's like, but now having got rid of that stuff, it's like another step to it.
We gotta touch the studio up because we got a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, the studio needs to get touched up, but I'm like, I can do that in a day. I know, so it's just whatever day that is.
I got this extra monitor.
How much did y'all have to like buy a permit or something to have a yard sale?
It was like the community yard sale. Oh, and that's why it's like people. People like you don't have to do anything. Like people are coming. Like people know about it. They last year was marketed better than this year, I could tell. Facts. But still, people are gonna come. Like you don't have to do any of the work. So it's like almost like if you don't do it, like bro, you're just missing. You're just missing out. You're missing out on even $300 for 3 hours. You know, $100 an hour is not bad. Get rid of some stuff.
And we've been like going like buying because we sold our Pokemon collection, all of our cards, but then like they dropped this set that's like has like the shinies. So really which that was one of the things of like I would never buy Pokemon cards because I'm like I got this big ass collection just sitting there, right? That I want to get rid of. So why would I add more cards to it? But since we got rid of it, it opened the space to be like, okay, now we can like. I even got like even our Legos, right? Like the guy came and he bought. I kept the minifigs and the shit that I knew was valuable because I'm like I'm not gonna give this shit away for pennies on a dollar when I know it's something that's valuable. Like we have a Jango Fett or Boba Fett that I know is worth like $40, just a minifig. So I'm not gonna give that away, but you have to kind of open the space. Like I'm like, oh, I wouldn't buy Legos because I got like this small thing, not there, but now opens the space for like when, I mean, Amber doesn't really care about them. She kind of does, but if not, he gets bigger and he's like, oh, I want to do Legos. We can start from fresh and not like, oh, here's my collection of 20,000 things. And for me, as like when I get involved in stuff, I like to start from the ground up. Like when I'm like playing a video game, I don't want to start on someone's save file. Like I want to start my own shit.
Yeah.
Right.
But some shit you want to pass on, of course. Like, but some shit you just want everyone to have their own experience, not like your experience or a version of your experience. So, but us doing the cards, and even though we took the money and just essentially sold a bunch of shit, took that and bought different shit, and just got less shit. But it gives us like when the cards come in, we got like packs. It's just something fun to do, which maybe we can make it an episode on the podcast or whatever, just for the fun of it. But it was cool, man. Just to get rid of it all.
Yeah, I definitely.
Does he have his phone? You can text him. He doesn't.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a it's a positive to like just get rid of stuff that you don't need. And there's some stuff that like
Sounds like someone's coming.
want to hold on to. And I got like 4 or 5 GameCubes, so I definitely have. So it's just like I have stuff, which is like how much can you carry? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
part of it was to make sure that when the kids get older, they can play the Wii. They can get this like where it was like back in the day, if your dad showed you like whatever electronics like Pong or whatever, well that wasn't like you can't really get a kid on that. But I think that technology that we had is good enough to allow the kids to still have fun.
It really is. Evidence show just upstairs. I put Jackson and Carter up there, but then I'm like Jackson like, oh, you can play the PlayStation, and I got that set up, and he's like, oh, because Carter picked up the Wiimote, and Jackson was like, oh, does the Wii work? And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, can we play that? So he would rather, even though he's growing up in a generation that has this newer shit, he'd rather play the Wii.
Yeah, facts. You know,
play
so
the PS5.
that was my like passion for it. Was like, so during COVID we're in Canada, and it was like cheaper for like I was just going around to every store, literally just buying Wii, GameCube, whatever I could find. Got a couple.
And they were so
PS2s.
cheap then too.
Then I realized that what do you need? You need a TV to play them on, and the newer TVs stopped putting the 3. So it was like eventually the next few years I'm about to stock up on TVs that have the 3 prongs.
Well, you need the just converters, honestly, because they have the HDMI to the
I
prongs.
guess you could have the converter.
And then if they do a new thing
that
past
what you have
HDMI, you just go do it.
Oh, you have a converter and it works?
Well, I have one that's like for the Super Nintendo. It's Super Nintendo to HDMI, and then but I would recommend just having a stock hold of like 3-prong to HDMI, because that way you don't need because I need that specific niche cord, as opposed to just having the capability to convert anywhere.
Yeah.
See, we
That's
used
a
to
good
have
idea.
one. I don't even know what happened to it, but it had like it was like a block, and I think it had like 4 different of those like colored block things, and then it had a switch on it, and you put it from 1, 2, 3, 4, and it would go to HDMI, and then you could just switch to choose what the output is, and you could just plug everything into that and just.
Eventually, I'll set up this big studio, have like of all like the
the
retro-
games.
pull like the pops or whatever, and all the different cool stuff. Those like Toy Story arts, you know what I mean? That you guys got.
Every time I look at that, I'm like, shit. We need to put that up.
I wanted to run this by you because I'm in the process of cleaning out the attic, which is super like surreal for me personally, because it's pretty much all of the stuff that's just like been in boxes for forever from house to house that just got shoved in the attic because we were like, all right, we know we're gonna go through this, but
when?
we need,
That's the question.
and that's why like I've
Like he
made
said, you
that
went
my,
8 years with the cards.
Yeah.
so I made that my task, and so I'm going through all these things that I'm like, all right, these things we don't need, these things we don't need, but there's a whole lot of, and I'm proud of ourselves for that, because there were a whole lot of things I was like, these are all of the missing pieces to other things that I've been actively searching for. And so as much as it was a lot of things of just like, I've been holding this for sentimental or holding this for da-da-da-da, there were a good bit of things where it's like, I literally wasn't able to do this thing because I've been trying to find it. Like a beautiful example is our massage gunner, which literally actively changes my life on a daily basis, by the way. Like for me, I'm so tight in my shoulder that waking up and just sitting with that for like 10-15 minutes completely changes the outcome of my day. And so I haven't been able to do that for like a year now because I had no idea where that charger went. And I've been trying different chargers. I thought I broke it once because I plugged like a cord that I knew was the wrong wattage. I was just like,
it does suck when the cable fits, but the charger doesn't charge it. You're like, bro.
And so,
why can't you just make this universal, bro?
Right.
And I finally found it, like the perfect amp, the perfect voltage. And I was just like, nice. So I've been constantly at the house with that in my hand.
And that's one thing that happened, like watching like my parents move from Maryland to here and house to house and just seeing like the same stuff, like, and physically moving the same stuff over and over and over again. So like when we came here, I was like, bro, like I'm not doing this again. Like I'm not gonna just stack up a bunch of stuff I don't need and not go through it. And I think that's what like the gripe was with, you know. So it was just like, because we're at the point where like I've gone through all my stuff and I can't waste my time like nitpicking anything else. I've gone through it all. So it's like, but there's still stuff. So what are we gonna do about that, you know? So now we're at the point now where the stuff's gone. So like whatever we have is like what we wanted to keep, you know. We'll organize it however we want, get to a base layer, and then now there's space for then whatever. Yeah,
exactly.
And like I said, in my life I've been associating the plant metaphors, but this one's quite literal. Like a lot of times plants die to grow. Like they have to kill. That's the whole purpose of a flower, so it can bloom, spread its seeds, grow further out.
Have you guys thought about like
typically grow out of the flower? That's next. Yeah, we're gonna.
Okay, because
I'm planning out a Zen garden.
These people came to the bar or whatever, and like the dude like the lady was telling me, and the dude like has like showing me how the garden like how productive it was, and I was like, bro, that's
was
crazy.
It a home garden?
Yeah, he literally built like they turned their whole backyard and built this whole like whole system. Dude's smart as fuck. I was like, oh shit. So that's why I was curious if you guys were gonna do that or not. But
I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna like get, and I was gonna meaning to ask you this, so I'm glad you brought it up. We're gonna get mayo buckets, so if you can store from your job, that'd be lit.
Facts.
And then we can fill those up with water.
I can get the olives.
Yeah.
Like that, or pickle buckets.
Alright, I'll ask that.
Big buckets. Because there's one other. I was like, oh, there's
kind of
one that's perfect there, and I can't remember.
Olives. Maybe cherries are smaller, but.
Yeah.
We can take
but like buckets for sure.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I know, I got you.
Yeah.
I'll keep
that
in
in mind. So many
mind.
buckets, I don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
Word.
That sounds good. You can do that.
Yeah. Every time I see the meme, that's like because I've been flooded with gardening memes now. When I do go on like Reddit and when I do get stuck in Instagram, and so every time I keep seeing this one.
Isn't it funny that you know you do and you still go back?
Yeah. Every single time.
It's lit.
But there's this one that keeps coming on my feed, and the like theme of it is how once you really start gardening, you don't ever throw away any kind of container. Because you're always like, oh, it has potential, like I could use it. And it made me go clear out our pantry after I saw it for like the 5th time, because I was like, crap, like I can't, like I'm not about to be one of these people. And then because I had bottles, I had like all the kind, like container. So I made myself really stop and be like, all right, what do I have a usage for these for? I need one for fertilizer. I need one for this. So I kept all those and just trashed everything else.
Yeah.
And
And
so,
dude,
yeah.
just like you said, you're out in the attic, bro. It's so easy to leave that thing, to like just go through your day and like leave it, and then because you know there's so much other stuff you want to do and have to do.
And it really is like. If
But then once you do it though,
and
and it's done. Though. That's the thing. It's not like a It's not
that's
like
how the garage was to begin with for us, because we were just like sitting
It was
there.
done for a minute, and then now it's not done because we pulled all the
But
stuff
it's,
from the
it's
attic.
not that it's so much better than it was though.
From the attic, yeah.
Because in December it was trashed, like because we just moved in, so we were still moving everything in. So then we cleaned
because
it
the
up.
apartment below us was infested, so we didn't want to bring anything straight into the house. Like we had to go through
you
all
didn't
of
want
our
to infest
stuff.
your new place. If
Yeah,
there's
so we
anything
left
there.
What was it
And
infested
so
with?
we
Cockroaches.
yeah, like the German kinds. It was so bad. She was so I don't even want to go there, but yeah, that's one of those neighbors that's like. It's the green one. That's one of those neighbors that's like just you will forever be a bad neighbor in my brain. Like that is your fate sealed.
Listen. I understood that we were not going to be the best neighbors, but we didn't choose the top floor with a toddler. We didn't choose that. We didn't get to pick which apartment they put us into. So our first month in there, I made cookies, beautiful cookies, some of the best cookies I've ever made.
They were like crumble cookie, like no bullshit, not even
sure.
hyping her up. They legitimately looked like she went and bought crumble cookies. She made a box and everything.
I made a box to put them in. I stamped them with a little stamp that said "Made with love" from blah blah blah. Wrote a note, put my phone number, took the cookies to her, and then even the neighbor below her, and she left that cookie out there for days. For days.
No way.
4 days.
That's cold.
And then I was like, I don't know what happened to it. I'm positive she didn't eat it ever. And she texted me maybe 3. We had a couple text messages where she texted us and was just like, the first time she was like, hey, your toddler's loud. Can you tell him to stop? Not even like kindly. Just like, this is the first time she's texted me. I'm like, you only have my phone number because I brought you a cookie. You could have texted me nicely. And I just texted back and I was kind. I was like, I am so sorry. I completely understand. I've got you. Then she texted me again. A Friday night. It's 10 p.m. I'm like, I texted back and I said, I'm so sorry. I'm not going to do anything about it. I said 11, 12 o'clock, text me back. But I'm not going to do anything about it. That you think he's walking. We're upstairs. I can't. Babies thump when they walk.
Human being.
Yeah. And then the last time she texted us, we were out. And it was another Saturday night. That was the thing. She only texted us on the weekends, too. And she was like, you know what? I have tried headphones. I have fans. I have noise machines. She's like, and all 3 of them can't drown out the sound of your child. And blah, blah, blah. And I just texted back and I was like, you know what? If it's that much of a problem, complain to the apartment complex and hopefully they'll solve it. Blah, blah, blah. And went into it a little bit, but... And I never got another message from her.
Yeah, that's what you had to do. Honestly, the first message. You played it nice, and she's like, "Oh, I can take advantage."
Right, that's exactly.
I'd have been like, "Fuck you."
Well, and me being
just a cookie box with no cookie in it.
If it had been nice, you would have gotten another cookie.
But just like that last bite of cookie, I feel like
that
that's
would've
more
been
disrespectful.
No, you can't give them the last bite. That's the best piece.
Just a crumb.
Yeah, but they're not
Just
gonna
the
take
crumbs.
it. Just the crumbs.
You give 'em
Just
a
like the
crumb.
broken bits.
Just
Just a
Yeah.
whole box of
Yeah.
crumbs.
Look, you take the
This
last.
was the cookie.
Whole box of
That's
crumbs?
the cookie.
It was
That
a
shit looks
very nice
delicious.
cookie. It was
Oh, yeah.
like I said, it was a crumble cookie.
Send me the picture, Bree.
I want
Yeah.
that.
We'll put it up.
It was so good.
We should
It was
make
like
those
perfect
again.
little birthday
Put it on the screen.
Should've
I
dropped
do
it
want
again,
to
guys.
say.
But
I'm making Carter's birthday cake this weekend.
so
I
I'm
got off by the way.
I'm
Yeah.
no,
The whole day?
Ill
Me too.
for my
The
son's
whole day?
birthday.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Dude,
I had to hustle.
Control
trust me.
yourself.
And
Okay.
I had to make a trade.
But
What'd you trade?
oh, that's why you got off. I see.
Who did you trade?
Well, it wasn't really a trade. It was kind of like I got it because. And Keith's gonna be pissed because he had to put me on Mother's Day. So that I was like, well, you're putting me on Mother's Day, so give me this then. Essentially, that was the
Oh no.
The essence.
And did you have my birthday off?
yeah.
Nice. It's a good trade.
But I'm very
Unfortunately, it's like I didn't have a choice. Like this is what you kind of have to do, and I was like, all right, well, let me get this out of it then. And that was
I'm
But I won't close the week volume.
When is Mother's Day? Next week?
I don't even know.
The 12th.
no, it's, yeah.
2 weeks?
So I'll probably have
2
to do
weeks.
something before then.
It's the day of the
Oh,
comedy
that's the
show.
day of the comedy show.
Oh,
no.
So I guess we're not going.
Ah,
Sorry, guys.
I think
don't
we
know
should
about
go
that.
because of it.
Not the hypnotist.
Might
We
still
should
have to
all
go.
treat Ree to the comedy show. Ree and Kita.
Kita might not.
I can't.
Yeah, that's what
I wouldn't be
we're-
mad. I wouldn't be
We
mad
have
at
to
you.
make sure Kita wants to.
Not the
You should
hypnotist.
ask
I don't know if she's gonna want
Not
to go
the
if she can't
hypnotist.
get a babysitter for Nahi though. Unless like your mom can watch her.
I'm not gonna ask her about. I'm not gonna bring that up right
Yeah.
now because
Yeah, don't
she's
do
not
that.
gonna be happy with you, and I tell her. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till we're like.
Not the hip.
You're like,
Yeah,
at
it's
least I
alright.
could take you out tonight. Then.
Yeah, no,
But
I'm gonna
at
do
the
it
end
before.
of
I'm
the
gonna
day-
plan. Once I already have something planned,
Then you bring it up.
then I'll be So once I have it all
We
said,
can
like,
see-
hey, I have
we
to
can
work
see
this
what
day,
happens.
but I have this plan for this.
That's
day.
what I will say, and I
Smart.
think I've said this before, but the first year and a half of Carter's life, and the whole 9 months of my pregnancy, I literally saw you never, ever, ever. Every Mother's Day, every holiday. You worked every single holiday. I was so miserable. I was so mad, but like at the same time, you were paying bills, so I couldn't be too mad.
It's a tough business to be in.
Yeah.
It was so.
But-
I wasn't mad at you. I was mad at life.
Yeah. I'm going to take it back to our neighbor for a second. Because
God.
this, so I'm very, like, I'm prone to be passive aggressive. And when Bree first chose the nice route, I was like, all right, cool, whatever. Like, I'll respect it. Right? Then,
That was actually nice. You would have caught it.
So I was trying to do that without distracting your story. So.
but then like she really just started popping off, and what had me though was she was the kind that was like would sit there and glare at you while you're passing her in the stairway, and would go slower if you didn't see her. Like she wanted to make sure you saw her glaring at you.
But the thing was, she would be in her home for days at a time. Packages would just sit there. She would just, you could tell whatever she worked multiple shifts, and then she was in her house for days at a time. What are y'all?
So
I'm just laughing because you're in the middle of talking, Jason just swung the mic to him. And then
You were using this?
No,
well, it was like
wasn't.
interdirection. She was speaking, you just swung it back. And then she was like,
yeah, the story's over.
He didn't say anything. I don't know. That's funny.
but
no, I just know that archetype of person. I can visualize that person very.
Wait, you're
but
gonna bleep this
I want to
out?
tell this story.
Can you bleep?
No, I want to tell this story.
Well, then I'll just mouth it. No,
Regardless.
I didn't want that to be up front.
It's gonna go
I wanted him to know.
Regardless, so I
no.
like just continually, because I felt like I was
You bleep
constantly
and then
running
put
into
your
it.
noise.
Like I'd be pulling in at the same time, and that was always worse though. Like pulling in at the same time, because leaving at the same time, it's whatever. Like I've actively jumped around her on our staircase when we lived there, because I was just because she would go slow because I wouldn't look at her, so she'd go slowly to make sure I
She
looked
must
at
have
her.
loved
Like,
you.
oh, wait, you're going the
wanted
other
you.
way?
Huh?
How?
No,
I'm trying to
like
visualize.
alright, because we were above her.
Okay.
So, like, I would fly down the stairs because I'm always leaving late, right? Back when we lived there, because that job.
I'm late.
Yeah, right? So I'm flying down the stairs, and she'd just she'd grab both rails, and she'd slowly... But I got real good at, like, the landing that hers is on. There's one more set before you could, like, walk up the set to go out, right?
Just hopping it.
So, yeah, I got real good at just, like, straight hopping it, like, not having to touch it or anything. So there were a few mornings where, like, I just, like, nah. And I just jump over it
That
and
probably
dip.
pissed her off so much.
Oh, yeah. Like, I could tell it was definitely,
Getting
like, me and
hardcore
her
on.
had a little passive aggression about it. But the day I knew I won, right? And this is the story I wanted to get to, because I don't even know if I actually said this story to you. But the day I knew I won, and I didn't feel good about it, which is the reason I usually give it myself. But I pulled in, I saw her pull in, and I saw her, like, wait in her car, because when I pulled in, I was texting, like, finishing up what I was waiting to do while I was driving. So and I saw her, and I was like, all right, cool, I can do this, and then she'll walk in anyway. And she's just sitting there, like, she's not on her phone also. Like, every time I look back up at her, she's just sitting there, and I'd see her, like, kind of peeking at me, like, just waiting on me to go inside, right? So eventually, I finally get out, and the second I get out, and I'm, like, walking, she gets out, right? So I slowed down a little bit, because I had to shit so bad. And so right at, like, eye level on the staircase, I let the... like, almost shat myself, like, just, like,
Hell yeah, dude.
let it rip. And the
Fuck
best
yeah,
part,
dude.
like, what made me know, like, my mission was accomplished was two things, right? One, it was silent. It was silent, so I knew it was bad,
God.
and I knew she didn't know, right? Two was
Sneak
I'm, like,
attack.
up our...
Get that.
I'm, like, at the midway landing between, like, her level and our level, right? And I just hear...
Round of applause, everybody.
Dude, I was losing it. I remember, like, I remember
Knockout,
walking
bro.
into the house and just, like, feeling myself and just pretending like nothing happened and life just kept going.
Sweet justice.
Oh, it felt so good.
Stink
Both the
justice.
fart and the act of the fart felt so good, but it was so
That's
freaking
I love
good.
it. Absolutely
I haven't
love
thought
it.
about that in a long time because I did not feel good about myself, but it felt better than I felt bad about myself.
No, dude, she got what she deserved.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
It reminded me. I just showed Ryan this video. It's this guy. And he's like farting in my grandma's oxygen machine, and she has this like pump thing that's like outside the room. It's like it sounds like a generator, loud as shit. And he just, I guess it pulls air in or whatever. And then a guy walks by, he goes, it's like there's a bad one, and then it like moves over to her, and then she's like, oh, she like starts choking. I was like, who does that to a grandmother? Imagine this grandmother who's responsible for like 2 generations of your family essentially, because it's the grandmother. She carried whatever seed that helped carry you in some format, and you just fart in her eye.
But you gotta remember, like nowadays, we got that cut from a different. We got those cut from a different cloth, like hardcore grandmothers.
That's
Have y'all
hilarious.
met one of those in real life?
What?
Like one of those cut from a different cloth, like hardcore grandmas.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
like
our
like
grandma.
they're so,
Our grandma's straight Romanian, dude. Like,
That's
no,
what I'm saying.
if
And so, like,
no, what
they
is
be
that?
they be different.
What's that like?
Honestly, like,
It's
First
hilarious
time I
when
popped in
she's
my
trying
head,
to
so-
tell you like, oh, can you get that? But she doesn't know what that is, or she doesn't know the English word, and she's like,
almost.
come on, mom. She gets mad, and we're like, look, you're getting mad at us, but we don't know what you're saying.
Is she angry all the time?
No, well, as she got older, yeah, but like
Yeah.
when she was like calmer, but like she's still like, if she couldn't translate the English or the Romanian, because she thinks in Romanian, because that's, I'm sure, because that's what she like grew up in.
Right.
But then when she goes to speak English, she has to translate in her mind. And it's
Right.
funny because when her and my dad would speak, they would just speak Romanian
Right.
like fluently, and that would be their conversations, and we'd try to figure out what they were saying.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so when she tried to convert that, like, oh, to tell us to grab something, or she's cooking, she wants that thing over there. Especially when she got older, where she couldn't just go grab it herself. It's like it takes her longer. That's where she would just get frustrated. Where like we would be like, we don't know what you're saying. Like, and then she was very easy to trick in some ways.
Yeah.
Because like she doesn't know, like, so like we were me and my cousin, she got so pissed. Me and my cousin, we were talking about like where we should go to eat, and then me and my cousin like made up this like new restaurant called Inma Anus. We're like, oh, have you heard of the new restaurant? She's like, what? I was like, Inma.
What's in my Jason?
Inma Anus.
What?
That shit was
What's
so
in my?
that shit was so funny.
When we actually were like, okay, I was like, okay, we actually need to figure out where we're going. She's like, oh, we already passed this point. She's like, well, what about that restaurant? I was like, nah, I'm just kidding. It's made up. She got so fucking pissed. She got so mad. She's like, get down! Oh, it was so fucking funny, dude.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh my god.
What's the joke? Just so they could hear you, because you just died.
I'm sorry, it was so funny. It was Inma Anus. Like anus. It's like, where do you want to go? You ever heard of that new restaurant, Inma? Inma what? Inma anus. Say that to your grandmother. It's so fucked up. That's just the funniest shit ever.
On par
I think
with
my grandmother would
farting
still
in
buy
her-
that.
That's about on par.
I died. I'm done.
Shit. It was fucking hilarious.
So yeah, that was essentially like, yeah, her being
Romanian's
just
done.
very Romanian.
shit, yeah. That was geek, man. There was one time we were going home from dinner, and she always wants to like pit stop at McDonald's and get a latte.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to go home. So we were like going. I was like, she's like, oh, we're going to McDonald's. I was like, oh. She's like, I want to get a latte. I was like, but I need to go to the bathroom. She was like, we can hold it. I was like, no. I was like, I need to go number 2. I need to go now. She's like, no, you can hold it. I was like, Benika, I'm crowning.
And Ryan was sitting in the middle seat in the back. He puts his legs up on the seats.
Like he's about to give birth.
And then he's like, it's about to come out. And then my
How old
grandma,
are you?
Literally, like, this is 2020, bro.
No,
23 years old.
After he said that, it's about to come out. My grandma just steps on the floor and just starts fucking flying, dude. Cause she drove like a fucking maniac.
I was like, I'm kidding.
Like she would run red lights. Like she'd be like, she's like driving. You like see it go yellow. You're still pretty far away. Clearly red. Not even close. And then she just vroom, like right through it. And be like, we call her Benika. It's the Romanian word for grandma. Be like, Benika. She's like, that was a red light. She's like, it was orange.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Orange
dude.
light. Like what?
The jokes never stopped.
It
Bro.
was orange.
The jokes never stopped. Dude.
Yeah.
Shit was funny as hell, bro.
I thought you were gonna say like 13.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I was
He
thinking.
said this
No.
is
Thing is, like,
20, so
because-
23. I was 23 years old. Literally cracking jokes.
Yeah.
Nothing right.
It's crowning.
Shit. It was fun. It was fun.
Thing is, that she was just so gullible to it because like
yeah.
it is the language barrier, so it's very easy to just like pull a joke over on her because
And then of course my cousin's there. My cousin's like, how old is he at this point? Like 18, 19,
at that point,
17.
no.
Yeah, what?
He was younger. He's probably like
How
16,
old is he?
15.
16, 15? Yeah. Okay, yeah, 16. So you have that younger energy around you. It's easy to just crack jokes and make them.
Yeah,
once you
make
get people
them
laugh,
laugh.
just like that. Once you get people laughing, it's fucking done. It's the best shit, dude. Just fucking get
That's so funny.
crack jokes. Yeah. No wonder she kicked you out. Like,
Yeah, then she got older, and then she kind of got nasty
yeah.
Yeah.
when she got older, unfortunately.
And it was
That
unfortunate too
happens.
because on the outside, like, she was like nice to other people, so other people always like every
Like,
time when
oh,
people
she-
talk to her, it was like, oh, she's so kind of there, and then you just like
You
when
get
they
to know her.
they like turn and look at you, and they're like, and, like the evil face comes out or whatever.
Yeah, she just got older, and then because like when we were kids, like she was our favorite. Like when she would come to town, like she'd take us to Toys R Us. That she bought us our first like Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Like
Yeah.
she definitely was a pivotal part of like our childhood, and just the joy she brought us was just so immense.
Right.
But then, and we got older when we were like in the middle stage was when we were like the late teens, early 20s for me, and that was when we were like at the point where we were at the closest. Like I went and lived up in Canada for a bit, and I was with her, and everything was cool. And then when we got like a little bit past that, then that's when she started to get more like kind of bitter and just angry.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. But we used to go up there like weeks, like multiple weeks a year, like
Yeah.
month at a time. Just go vibe up there. So it's been like 4 years now, or like coming up on 4 years. So
yeah, but it's funny.
What's up with Romanians? Are they racist?
No.
I don't know. You know, some I don't know. I don't really know Romanians like that.
Romania is like
Is it part of?
it's like Eastern Europe. Should
Okay.
pull up a map.
Cause like okay, I have an idea of where Romania is.
right?
But because like
know what
Russia
that
is like
is.
one of the only places that never actually participated in like systematic racism, right?
Well, Romania was like conquered and dominated by so many different.
That's what I was wondering.
Things.
Are they similar to that, where like you're?
Well,
they're
I'll put it
are
this
they
way.
Very accepting. To
My dad,
everybody,
and this is
or-
my dad, right?
Okay.
Not generations. My dad grew up in a communist country,
Okay.
and like for him, he's a left-handed person naturally,
Mm-hmm.
and when he would try to write left-handed, they would beat him
Yeah,
and make
that's
him write
crazy.
right-handed. So he's ambidextrous today. So thanks to them.
shout out.
Shout out to them.
Because like whenever I hear about grandparents, and this is just I don't know if it's because I'm black or like what. My first question is like, yeah, but like if I meet them, are they gonna be racist? I don't know. Do you?
No,
do
the
you think
entire
that?
the entire country was
They discriminate evenly. They hate.
Yeah.
All
the entire country was under.
Are there black Romanians?
System.
Or are you? Is it
I
all
don't know.
white?
Today
been.
maybe.
I haven't been.
Back then probably not.
I've never been to Romania, so I can't speak on.
Would you ever?
I'm sure we'll
I don't
pass
think
it.
it's smart for us to go
Yeah.
because it's not exact. Like, it's democracy now, but it's like one of those things that.
They're gonna be like, you're Romanian.
Yeah, it's
stay
democracy,
here.
but we have a Romanian last name, like very recognizable.
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
not like we couldn't fly under the radar. Like, oh, you're essentially here. My dad was always
I
like,
really
my dad
think
never
that.
took us because he didn't want to ever take us and then them try to keep us there
Right.
because they fled the country.
Right.
Yeah, they
This
do.
is a whole crazy story if we really got into it, but
Probably should.
long
But
story
then-
short,
should.
because we'll save
we
it.
can say it.
Yeah.
Long
I actually wanted
story-
to make a movie based on it, and when last time I was there, I wanted to interview my grandma,
That'd be cool.
and I wanted to like get her account. But as we were there, and like just the vibe I was getting, it just like my passion for it like kind of like dimmered in a sense. Where I was like, I don't know if I'm actually gonna get what I want.
Yeah. But long story short, my grandpa, I'm gonna really go long story short because if I told it like anyway, it would be too long. He
Right,
fled the country ahead of them. He had to because you couldn't go anywhere in groups like family. You had to go like if it was whatever like individuals. Like if you knew each other and you wanted to go somewhere like out of the country on like the work stuff or whatever, or out of like your town, you couldn't go together. So you would go with some random person that you don't know.
Okay.
That way you can't like come up with plans together and try to do whatever. And then this is a time where people got like beheaded if they spoke out against the government, like crazy shit, or they're taken away or thrown in jail, whatever. And honestly, this is why it's crazy. But our grandma, I'm a full circle of this real quick. But our grandma always got us little gold chains when we were kids, because back then, and it's like the opposite of American culture. But back then, if you got stopped by the police or the government and you had something to give them, then they would let you go. But if you didn't, because then they're like, oh, you can get shit. Next time I get you, you're going to give me something again. If you didn't, they would just take you away. So she always gave us like a little chain or something. She's like, oh, always keep that on you. So if you're ever in a situation where it's like, oh, give up your chain. American culture is different. It's the opposite. You die for your chain. Over there, the chain was to make it so that you could live. It's the opposite. You give it up. But that's another story for another day. But
Like Debo.
so yeah, so
That wasn't appropriate.
yeah. Give me that chain. Yeah. So anyway, but so my grandpa fled, and then shortly after, my grandma, my dad's brother, fled out, and like they didn't. I think it was like from the time my dad was like 6 to like 10 or something, or 4 to 10.
Wow.
Didn't even know, like he didn't know what his dad like essentially looked like or anything because they hadn't seen him in so long, or his brother didn't.
Yeah.
And so, and then that is a funny story that they would always tell us, like when they first saw him again for the first time, when they finally got out, because the way they got out was through the UN. So the communist government would let out people every so often if they met certain terms for peace negotiations. Like, oh, essentially we're not going to come attack you type thing, because like whatever Cold War essence and all that, if you let out this many people per month. So since he already escaped and he had made his way to Italy through the UN, my great grandfather, through the UN, he ended up going to New York, but then it didn't work out in New York for whatever reason. So he had to go back to Italy, because you can't just go somewhere else. You have to go back to where he came from. And then he went to Canada. And then once he got like settled in roots and stuff, he could like apply to get them out the country. So once he got them out the country through the UN, they essentially let the rest of my family go, and that's how they all got out
So
the country.
you guys were almost American.
Almost. We could have been born in like New York essentially, but then my dad wouldn't have met my mom technically, because my mom was in Canada.
I mean, they are American. They're
I thought you were born in
Oh, I'm born in
You
Michigan.
were born in Canada, but
You.
were born in
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. I never can remember which one of you were born.
So it really is a crazy story if we go into all the details, because there's so many more details that I would love
Your
to.
sister was born in Maryland.
No,
Michigan
this is
as well.
Detroit
Oh,
too.
man, alright.
Detroit.
So you were almost American.
Yeah.
I was.
So really, really, really crazy story. But he grew up like, for them back then, it was like my grandma was so.
Go Leafs, baby.
My dad was. They were so
I'm
strict
bird,
about
buddy.
like your government alliances. Like my grandma would never put a government sign in her lawn. She would never put it on her car. Never, because back then, if you like spoke about that stuff or spoke against it, like you could get killed.
Right.
Like they would like if they wanted to talk about it with their friends, they would like go in a bathroom, put the radio on full blast, shower on, run the sinks, turn the fan on, and whisper into each other's ears, curtain close, everything. Because if people found out, it's like the opposite of the Red Scare in the United States. It was like, oh, if you're trying to rebel against us or whatever, they would either just kill him, take him away, you never see him again, throw him in prison, like whatever the case was. So that was like that's the mentality that my grandma grew up in, like that zone.
Yeah.
So then when you go talk to her living in like a quote unquote free country in Canada, it's very interesting. Like that mentality going from that to like, and so for her, like Canada, she's like, everything is amazing for her. It's like, oh, this is freedom. Right? I might look at it and be like, yeah, you go and you choose between which cereal you're buying, but really it's all the same shit. What choice do you really have?
She's like, at least
but for her, it's like, well, I grew up drinking water, metaphorically, water that was 80% poison. So this water that's 40% poison is the clean. That's clean water.
Right.
But for me, I look at it like, well, I grew up drinking 40% water, and I'm like, this ain't clean water.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the cleanest water that we have.
Yeah.
But it's
well, and the other thing I think that we take for granted a lot, like, as not just Americans, as a lot of people everywhere, is like we have the ability to at least fix it. You know what I mean? But like, I can go on Amazon right now and order myself a water filter. You know what I mean? Like if I want to.
We have freedom of choice.
Like,
for
yeah.
Sure.
And so that I do think we take that a lot for granted for a lot, because I have somebody who's a little bit older than me that goes to our church, and he's from Africa. But it's just the little things. Like the joy that he just walks around with every day. It's not like he had a fine life there, you know, to my knowledge. He went to like a pretty nice school and everything, but it's just like the joy that they just have on like the little things. Like he was so excited about like farmers markets and stuff like that. Like, and I'm just like, I could use that. I could be like that. Like, yeah, it's a farmer's market, but to just be like, this is the most amazing thing, so beautiful. I get to walk around and talk to people and buy fresh things and be in this world and be around people. I'm like, yeah, dude, like, absolutely.
But also, to be fair, I feel like it's such an easy line of thinking to like look at somebody else who is more grateful in that way, like, oh, he's way more grateful than me.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's one of those things where you have, like, you're supposed to see it for the way you see it. Like, if you were supposed to just be content with it, then that would be it. But if you're not, in any way, if you're not content, it's because you're supposed to change something.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think there are some things, like, we need to accept that, either there's some things you should just be content with. Like, I think in life you can go too far if you're not content. But there are also things that you should not be content with. Like, it definitely goes both ways.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how long we've been going, but I'm kind of feeling a shorter vibe.
I'm cool with that. I can eat dinner.
For Pokey.
For Pokey. Oh,
I didn't forget.
Yeah, no, there wasn't any comments.
I meant to go in there and
One
leave
last
comments.
topic. One last little thing. Anyone got anything? Someone they're thinking about?
I had a topic, but it's gonna take a lot.
Yeah,
to dive into.
Hopefully by next episode, the stinking TV will be on that one.
Yeah, 'cause
like I said,
hang up paintings.
I've never denied the start of it. So have I brought it up?
I'll do it the second we're done here. Like, I want my drill.
That's cool.
I also realized this is what I'll close with. Me and Eddie have learned the importance of owning a soft mallet, as well as owning a drill.
Soft mallet. The amount of times that I've said to Calvin, I wish we had a soft mallet.
Yeah.
So he have moved into this house.
Stupendous. like over 30.
Over a number of fingers and toes I have, for sure.
Like,
I
have
a soft mallet now?
No.
No.
I need to buy one. I need to buy one, for
I'm
sure.
building a like miniature bamboo wall right now, and every single time I look at it, I'm like, I need a fucking soft mallet, bro.
Go get one.
Yeah.
Go
The
get one.
importance of a soft mallet.
The importance of a
Alright.
soft mallet, the importance of a drill. Intention
We
only matters
appreciate
as
anyone
much
who
as
watched.
perception.
Yeah.
Perception
Who's
only
gonna
matters
watch,
as
we
much as
appreciate you.
perspective. Perspective.
Ocean
based on
Waves,
intention.
episode 35.
Big 3-5.
I don't think I laughed that hard in a long fucking time. That shit was just reminding that memory is so fucking funny. It just, oh man.
Hell yeah.
I've been, will be, am is, are is, Calvino. I love you.
Indy Dwin, the kin.
Guru baby.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Thank you again. Appreciate you.
It's like, dun, 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 dun.